Hi guys, my name is Trin and today I'm here to talk about the movie To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which is on Netflix right now. And yes, I'm back in the States and it feels really nice. It's still really hot, believe it or not, but it feels so nice to be back in the States. I'm not gonna lie, for the past few days I have been sleeping a lot because I need to catch up on my sleep because I'm starting school literally in like a few days. So of course summer is over, which is really sad. But today we're going to talk about the movie To All the Boys I Loved Before, and if you don't know, it is a book to movie adaptation of the book To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. And yes, I did read the book before I watched the movie. I read the book for the first time like in 2014, so it's been a long time, and then I reread it before I watched the movie, so the book review will be coming very soon. I have no idea when. I just know that the book review will be coming after this video because I need to get this video up as fast as I can. So if you don't know, when it comes to the book, I don't love the book. I reread it, like I said, more like last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't know when. But basically, when I read this book again, I don't love the book. That's something I have to say right off the bat. I don't love the book, but I do know that the book to movie adaptation will be coming out very soon. So of course I had to watch it. It's on Netflix, which is completely different, and I was taken by surprise when I learned that it's on Netflix instead of like movie theaters. So of course I watched it immediately. Before I saw the film, I didn't expect much from it just because I don't love the book. So I was just like, you know what, let me still watch it because I still want to support Jenny Han. I really like her. But also, before I watched this film, so many people on my Twitter timeline, they loved this film. They were raving about To All the Boys I Loved Before. So of course I went into this movie with a pretty high expectation. After I finished this film, I was just so touched and I cried a lot when I was watching this film. I loved this movie more than I expected, honestly, just because I didn't love the book. So when I watched the movie, I didn't have much of an expectation, but at the same time I had really high expectation because of the people on Twitter. It's a very cute rom-com, but to me it is so much more than that. This film represented me in so many ways. Movie Lara Jean is literally me in every way. It is so crazy. To me, movie Lara Jean and book Lara Jean are completely different. I find that they're different characters, which is really weird. I am not going to sit here and do an in-depth review of this movie just because I'm not a movie critic. Instead, I'm going to sit here and tell you how much this movie means to me, how much I really relate to the main character, and how this movie represented me. If you have not watched the film, leave this video right now, but if you have watched the film, I really want to talk to you about how much I really relate to the movie Lara Jean. She's so iconic in so many ways. Am I saying that I'm iconic? Because I am. A lot of things happen in this film, so I'm just mostly focusing on Lara Jean, the movie Lara Jean. I need water. She is a really crappy driver. In the book, she's a very nervous driver, and in the film, she's also, you know, a pretty nervous driver, but she's also not really good. Like, she almost run a boy over. But the whole time, I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, that's literally me. I can be a very nervous driver. Like, sometimes when I drive, I have to convince myself that I'm good at it, but deep down, I know I'm a shit driver. So I really relate to movie Lara Jean about this. She reads for fun. That is something that is not in the book. I mean, I read the book right before I've watched the film. So in the book, Lara Jean does not read for fun. She has never mentioned reading a book for fun, you know? I mean, she mentioned Harry Potter, but that's a given. But in the movie, this girl reads for fun. I remember there's a scene where Chris asked her, you know, how's her weekend? And she said, oh, it's good. I finished the book. And I was like, that's me. That is literally me. Whenever someone asks that, I'm just like, yeah, it's good. I finished the book. And it was really good. And also on the ski trip, she brought books so she can read them, and also face masks, like accurate. The facial expressions and also the witty comments, oh my god, her facial expression whenever she hears something that's kind of like weird or whatever. I mean, whenever Peter talks, she's just like, I think you have to watch the movie to just like see her facial expression, but I make those same faces. So it's really crazy to see them on the big screen, more like my laptop. Also, her witty comments, it's just, she's so funny in the movie. I don't remember her being funny in the book, but she's really funny in the film, and I like to think myself as funny and witty and hilarious. Having crushes and afraid to date. In the book and in the movie, Lara Jean writes love letters. She does not tell her crushes how she feels and stuff like that. And that's me, basically. I mean, I don't write love letters because I'm too damn lazy to do that shit, but I did have a lot of crushes crushes, but the thing is I have never told them that I really like them unless they literally just ask me like, hey, do you like me? Then I have to say yes. But I don't remember. It's been a while. This is like back in the day. So God, I'm so old. So yeah, I have never opened up to a boy that I really like. I feel like you can really tell if I like someone because whenever I have a crush on someone, I just really have so much love for that person and I start acting differently. So you can tell by my action, but I will never straight up tell the guy that I like him. That never happened, and that will never happen unless I'm brave. Oh my god, I'm a Gryffindor and I'm a weak bitch. There is a conversation in the movie between Lara Jean and Peter, and it's basically about how much she is scared to open up to people. So her saying that, yeah, I love reading about love and romance and books, but when it comes to real life, it's scary. And that is so accurate because that's literally how I felt. I have read so many books about romance and relationship and love and shit, but I have never really experienced a real relationship. I'm scared of letting people in because they can easily walk right out. That conversation was so spot on. I was so shook because I felt like they were calling me out. Now this part is going to be really deep and it's gonna be really sad for some people. I mean, it was sad for me when I watched this scene and I was crying because I really relate to this part of the movie. When Lara Jean talks about her mom and how sad she is, and when she said that she misses her mom, I broke down. I cried so much because I felt the exact same way. I still feel the exact same way about my dad. I lost my dad when I was really young. I was like 3 months old, so I'm 20 years old and he's been dead for 20 years. And I really love this movie because they got those conversations right. That conversation about missing a parent and losing a parent and how you're always sad and then you miss them. When I watch those scenes, I cry because she gets it. Like the movie Lara Jean gets it. She lost her mom. She's so depressed over it, you know, and it's been a long time. That's how I feel. It's been a long time. I'm still sad. It's hard. It's fucking hard, and this movie gets it. And also the part where her dad talks about the mom and Lara Jean being very excited to hear about her mom, you know, because the dad rarely mentions about the mom because, you know, he said that he's like really sad whenever he talks about his wife or his ex-wife. And that scene with Lara Jean was like, really? Like, you can see that she's very excited when her dad mentions her mom. And that's me whenever people talk about my dad. Like I said, I lost my dad when I was so young and I don't know much about him. So whenever people talk about my dad, I get really excited because I want to hear a lot of stories about my dad. I was just back in Vietnam for 2 months, and when I'm there, I swear to you, literally everyone has told me that I look exactly like my dad. If I show you a picture, I'm not gonna show you a picture of my dad for privacy, but I look just like my dad. I know it for a fact because I have looked at a picture of him and I know what my face looked like. So I'm like, yeah, I look like him. But then the people around me in Vietnam have told me multiple times that I look exactly like my dad. And I get sad sometimes whenever I hear that because I never knew him personally. That's the thing. He died when I was so young. So of course I'm like, yeah, I can see that I look like my dad. It's just from a picture. I have never known him personally. So that's why I'm always excited whenever people talk about my dad because I want to learn more about my own dad. The last thing I want to talk about is the representation. So God, this can get tricky real quick. Just listen to me, okay? Let's hear me out real quick. So the main character is Asian American and the actress is Asian American. Good, right? The actress Lana Condor is Vietnamese American. And it feels so nice to see someone who looks just like me on Netflix. And of course, like I said, movie Lara Jean is literally me. So watching Lana Condor being movie Lara Jean, it felt so nice. I felt represented for like the first time in forever, honestly. Lana being from Vietnam, she was born in Vietnam. I was also born in Vietnam. I mean, we weren't born in the same city. I looked it up. She was born in Cần Thơ. I was born in Saigon. But here's the thing. I feel really guilty every time I say, yes, I love this movie because of the representation, because of the actress and how she looks like me and everything like that. The thing is, the character in the book, she is Korean American. Yes, she's Asian American, which is good, but she's Korean American. They really go in depth with the Korean heritage in the book. not the movie. I know everyone is not happy about the casting choice because Lana is Vietnamese American. She is not Korean American, and I remember being like pretty disappointed when I heard that, you know, because the casting was announced last year, I believe, and not everyone was happy about that, you know, when we found out that the lead is being played by Vietnamese American, you know, and I get it, I really do. But then of course when the movie comes out and people actually like the actress, which is good, you know, but at the same time I still know that there's like a few people who are still disappointed that the actress is not Korean American. They did not hire a Korean American actress to play a character who is Korean American, and I completely get that. I just feel really guilty for saying I love this movie so much because of the representation, because Lana is Vietnamese American. She was born in Vietnam. I was born in Vietnam. She plays a character that I connected to 100%. Like, this is the first time in forever. So that's why I feel really guilty. That's why I feel like you need to hear me say this, because I understand how some people are not happy with the casting choice, and I completely understand that. I'm so conflicted. I really am, because I really love this movie and I love the main character and I love the actress so much, but I feel like it's just wrong in a way, because in the book she's Korean American, not Vietnamese American, and it's just so conflicting. I'm still conflicted to this day, and I have no idea how I'm gonna wrap up this discussion. Every time I say that I feel so represented because the actress is Vietnamese American and I love the main character so much because she's literally me, I feel guilty every time I say this, because she's not supposed to be Vietnamese American. She's supposed to be Korean American. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I feel the need to make this video to say all these things that has been bottled up inside me for the past week or so. In my note section, I literally said try to end the video on a good note. So this is me trying to end this video on a good note. So yeah, that's all I have to say for the movie and how much it means to me. I love this movie so much, like I said, because of the representation. I want a sequel so bad. I mean, how dare they drop that, like, that small scene at the end of the movie, if you know what I'm talking about. I better get a sequel. I want more Lana. I want more Noah. I'm so excited for this movie. I mean, it's a success if you think about it. It has a really high score on Rotten Tomatoes. A lot of people love this film. I see on Twitter. I see this shit on Twitter all the time. So of course I know that everyone loves this film. So that's about it for this video, I guess. I'm trying to end this video on a good note, like I said. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye!